Celebrity feuds can be so captivating, especially when they seem to come out of nowhere. From scathing digs in memoirs to TikTok shade and fights in restaurants, the stars on this list really haven't held back when it comes to publicly dragging each other. So in this video, we're going to be counting down the top 10 celebrities who have beef with other stars for the weirdest reasons. Number 10, Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg. For over 4 years, these two men have clashed over just about everything, and they really haven't tried to keep their rivalry a secret. It started in 2016 when a SpaceX rocket explosion destroyed a $200 million Facebook satellite. Zuckerberg issued a statement saying that he was deeply disappointed about the launch and called it a SpaceX failure. 2 years later, Musk reignited the feud and tweeted, "Yeah, my fault for being an idiot. We did give them a free launch to make up for it, and I think they had some insurance." But when Facebook became embroiled in the Cambridge Analytica scandal, things got a whole lot worse. The tables turned and Musk publicly deleted all of his company's Facebook pages. He said, "It's not a political statement. I didn't do this because someone dared me to do it. I just don't like Facebook. It gives me the willies." He also criticized Facebook's data sharing practices and shared several memes that implied the company was spying on its users. Oh, and they also got into a fight about the future of AI. So clearly they have never really seen eye to eye. Number 9, Machine Gun Kelly and Eminem. No one can forget the epic diss tracks posted by MGK and Eminem. This feud dates back all the way to 2012 when MGK tweeted about Eminem's daughter Haley, and it wasn't exactly what a father of a teenage girl would want to read on the internet. Since the two of them fell out over the tweet, MGK was featured on Tech-9's 2018 song For No Reason, and in the lyrics he threw shade at Eminem by referencing his track Rap God. He said, "To remind you, you just rap, you're not a rap god." Eminem would then later clap back with his own diss song called Not Alike, where he made fun of MGK's feature on Tech-9's song. In an interview later, Eminem would confirm that the two's conflict had way more to do with Haley, and it was also because MGK said he was the greatest rapper alive. When MGK released his diss track Rap Devil, Eminem came in to destroy his rap career with another diss track. Eminem was able to claim the last word on the feud and prove that even though he might not be releasing music a lot like he used to, he's still one of the best artists alive, and you shouldn't mess with that. Number 8, Adam Levine and Lady Gaga. The Maroon 5 frontman has had several feuds with female artists over the years, but this feud with Lady Gaga really takes the cake. He first criticized her music in 2011 when he tweeted, "Lady Gaga took Vogue and Express Yourself and put them in a blender. The result? On this way." Then only 2 years later, he slammed her creative choices when she dropped her Applause music video from Art Pop, which referenced several major works of art throughout history. Adam wrote, "Recycling old art for a younger generation doesn't make you an artist. It makes you an art teacher. I unabashedly love writing and performing pop music for both myself and everyone around me. That's it. It doesn't need any extra sauce." To which Lady Gaga responded by tweeting, "Uh-oh guys, the art police is here." Adam then wrote, "By the way, I'm not an artist. I sing in a band and I make music with my friends." He also happened to criticize her grammar. Loving this video so far, please hit that like button, it would really help us out. Number 7, Vin Diesel and The Rock. You know the saying, don't turn your back on family. Well, to Vin Diesel and Dwayne The Rock Johnson, that statement doesn't actually exist. The two actors made their first on-screen appearance with each other in 2011 while they were filming Fast 5. The Rock joined the set as Luke Hobbs, an agent pursuing the Fast and Furious crew for their various crimes against every law enforcement agency in the world. Everything seemed fine when he returned for the 6th and 7th entry of the series, but in 2016, Dwayne went to his Instagram to refer to some named members of the cast as cowardly and timid people. Rumors then started to circulate that he was insulting Vin Diesel. A few days after filming for The Fate of the Furious wrapped up, he then made another Instagram post thanking some of his castmates by name. Pointedly, he didn't mention Vin Diesel. While The Rock never identified his target, Vin Diesel would later confirm that it was in fact him in an Instagram video. Later, their co-star Michelle Rodriguez would confirm that there was tension between the two men on set, but it was nothing more than any kind of disagreement that a close friend would have. Number 6, Olivia Wilde and Shia LaBeouf. Shia was initially cast as a lead in Olivia's movie Don't Worry Darling, which she was directing, but soon after the production started, news broke that she had fired him and replaced him with Harry Styles. Olivia said that she fired Shia due to a no a-hole policy that she had while directing. She told Variety that his process was not conducive to the ethos that she demands in her productions, and she described his process as having a combative energy. She also said that she needed to protect the cast from Shia, but he was not exactly happy with this side of the story and decided to publicly expose her for lying. Shia told Variety that he quit her film because he couldn't find time to rehearse with the cast, and in the most explosive revenge move ever, he then leaked a video of Olivia practically begging him to stay in the film, and he made it clear that he was never fired in the first place. That video went viral and the result was utter chaos. Number 5, Drake and Kanye West. When the friendship and working relationship between Kanye and Drake abruptly dissolved following a project that the two were working on, it became nearly impossible for fans to keep up on their latest feud. Back in 2018, things took a sharp turn for them when they started to hurl insults back and forth in the form of diss tracks. One of these tracks even revealed Drake had a son. Drake felt that he was betrayed when Kanye went behind his back regarding his child, because just before that he had confided in Kanye that he was having trouble with his son's mother. The feud reignited between the stars after Drake started following Kim on social media, which was not long after she had split up from Kanye. And in response, Kanye made a post on his Instagram story saying, "Imagine having a problem with someone and they follow your wife on Instagram." However, after that, Drake seemingly went after Kanye on his album Certified Lover Boy in September of 2021, and the two of them seemed to have put the past behind them, and they each posted a series of photos of the two of them hanging out and looking friendly like they did once before. Number 4, Bill Murray and Chevy Chase. The actors are both well known as comedic heavyweights who helped launch SNL into mainstream success, but in 1978 when Chase returned as a guest host, the two of them got into a physical altercation and began insulting one another. Murray first confronted Chase, telling him that everyone hated him. They then got into a screaming match which started a physical fight between the two men backstage. SNL star Jane Curtin witnessed the fistfight and said, "It was sad and painful and awful. It was that same kind of tension you would get in a family. It was uncomfortable. I think they both knew the one thing that they could say to one another that would hurt the most." Then in a 2012 interview, Murray said that he and Chase were friends again. He told Empire, "It was really a Hollywood fight, a don't touch my face kind of thing. It was an opedial thing, a rupture, because we all felt mad that he had left us, and somehow I was the anointed avenging angel who had to speak for everyone. But Chevy and I are friends now. It's all fine." Number 3, Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. The tension between these two rappers has been going on since 2017, with multiple disses, tweets, and general misunderstandings and miscommunication aided by media narratives pitting the two women against each other. The feud eventually escalated into a physical altercation in 2018 at a Harper's Bazaar New York Fashion Week event. Photos and videos of the incident showed Cardi B being escorted out of the party barefoot, with a sizable bump on her forehead, most likely caused by Nicki Minaj's security team, who intervened when she tried to throw a shoe at Nicki Minaj. The apparent incident that caused the two of them to collide was because Nicki decided to insult Cardi's parenting skills. After the clash, Cardi took to Instagram and said that she let a lot slide, and that the result of her interaction with Nicki had her questioning her capabilities as a mother. Nicki later came forward on her own radio show and threw more shade at Cardi by saying that someone needs to get this woman some help. In response, Cardi went to her Instagram to debunk Nicki's story. The rappers did eventually call a ceasefire later that month, but this wouldn't be the first time that Nicki has beefed with another rapper. Many have speculated that she seems to come for anyone who's coming up underneath her. So in this situation, whose side were you on, Nicki's or Cardi's? Number 2, Jennifer Lopez and Mariah Carey. These two have been at each other's throats since the early 2000s. In fact, most people remember the iconic line that Mariah told a reporter when she said, "I don't know her." Although it sounds hilarious, Mariah has maintained her negative opinion of J-Lo all these years. For instance, she was once asked what she thought about Beyonce and J-Lo, and she responded by saying that they don't even belong in the same category. She said, "Well, it's hard. You can't really put those two people in the same category, because one is really in a different generation. They just started singing later. But when you talk about Beyonce, I think she's wonderful, she's great, she's a talented person." But it seemed that she forgot to compliment J-Lo as well. A few years later, Mariah spoke to Andy Cohen and doubled down on her comments. She said, "I don't know her, what am I supposed to say?" So it looks like it will take a miracle for these two iconic performers to ever be on good terms. And coming in at number 1, Paris Hilton and Lindsay Lohan. Paris and Lindsay have been frenemies for quite some time now. With the two of them being pitted against each other in the tabloids, their feuds can get pretty messy when on full display for the world to see. They were known to be best friends up until around 2006, when Lindsay was captured in a series of photos with Paris's ex-boyfriend. Paris was then captured in a video with her friend Brandon Davis, and you could hear the two of them making fun of Lindsay's career and her body. Lindsay would then later speak to Elle magazine and said that she would never fight with a woman over a guy because it's bad karma. By November of that year, the two of them seemed to have put their differences aside, as they were captured in a picture on a girls' night out with Britney Spears. But in 2018, Paris would once again shade Lindsay by saying that the photo the paparazzi captured of the three of them in 2006 was just supposed to be a girls' night with her and Britney, and apparently Lindsay chased them into the car to try to get in. Even today, the stars continue to bring up old beef with each other, and it's gotten to the point where enough is enough, and the two of them just need to let their past be their past. So what do you guys think about all the names on this list? Please let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next video.